On a second, I forgot to do the thing so that Willow appears. There we go. Oh, I'm on the wrong talk sprite. You know, I probably should have checked things before I started, shouldn't I? Give me a moment. Is this... Oh my god, it wants me to log in. Are you kidding me? Is this sort of thing I should, you know, set up before I even start? But I'm not that smart. I am not that smart. You need to go on that one. There we go. Nice. Okay. Can you all hear me properly? Because my microphone was being dumb. It decided it did not want to connect properly. I'm going to try organise everything. Cool, you can hear me. That's cool, cool. Let me move that and then let's get the music going. Okay, so basically I plan to do some content entry. Oh god, I'm not now. I've just Stay there. Okay. What I was going to say is I'm gonna do some contest entries for Pokemon Infinite Fusion. So first one I'm gonna do is Beach Day, which is basically make a sprite that relates to being at the beach. And I was gonna do a sprite that relates to do you guys know that video of the guy that's at the beach and he's sending balloons and it's a really, really long trail of balloons going along the beach? I want to do a sprite in homage to that because I think that's hilarious. I absolutely love that video. So my plan was, I don't know what their dex numbers are. Hang on a second. Dex number is 402107, so I need 402. Where is that? Go, that's Drifloon, I don't know its fucking name, and then Hitmonchan. Hello everyone, hello. Hitmonchan is there. There, that's the two I need. Also, is the music levels okay? Is my microphone level okay? You can hear everything well, you know, audio levels are good, I hope. So we're just going to sketch to start off with. Probably need a better Hitmonlee reference. Hang on a second. Is that Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan? Hitmonchan, I mean. Hitmonchan. I don't know the fucking names. Let's just grab that as another reference real quick. Hello, Crack Animations. Bottle Ricks, why are you here? You're not meant to be here. Ignore that. What am I doing? I'm blanking. Right. So my general plan, my fave colour combo is black and red. I absolutely love black and red. So my general plan, let's put this on smaller, is to have him stood here. He's just kinda stood. It's really rough because I'm just blocking it out for the time being. It's probably gonna be holding something under his arm. I was thinking the other arm is coming up and he's sort of got sunglasses on, so he's kind of looking at his sunglasses, and then there's a string. Right, hang on a second. The string of balloons are just going whee all the way across, and that's basically my plan. So he has loads of balloons. I hope you guys know that video. Hang on, let's see if I can find that video because it's an amazing video. Oh god, what? I've done that thing with Opera that I don't know how to stop it from doing that. There we go. Because I want to show you the video that I'm basing this on. So it's a guy selling balloons on beach. Here, let me show you this because it's like ridiculous. Capture. Look at this, guys. Okay, let me go pause the music for a second. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. Like how? And that's basically what I'm basing this off of. It's just that many blues. A guy selling blues on the beach and it looks like that. Because it's hilarious. That's what I'm basing it on. Because why not? You know what? Probably have to change this suddenly. So my Dragonfin Protector Princess, no, I don't know what that is. She's an original design. She's my original design. And basically they're going to be filler balloons. I can sort that out later. Right, we've got the idea down. Now, what we want to do is sketch. So the idea is if Driftblim is the head, then it sort of needs to look like Driftblim. But I kind of want this guy to have sunglasses, so let me just think about this for a second. It needs to be a round head because it's Driftblim. My plan is to just sketch it out roughly and then go from there, because I can sprite it once it's sketched, so. Because I can sprite from a sketch. Give him the sunglasses. I kind of want the sunglasses to be down a bit so you can kind of see his eyes popping over the top. It's Driftblim, so he needs Driftblim's mouth. Kind of looks like he's got a mustache, so I like that. Hello, Dynaman, how you doing? Let's do that. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Okay. Let's do the little bit on the top. Which kind of does that, actually. Can't make it too detailed because it's going to be a sprite, so obviously some details will be lost in spriting if I do too much. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, whatever one this is, has... I don't pay attention to the fighting type Pokemon, I don't really like them. Has... there's like shoulder pads, they sort of... Oh my god, I can't... What do they like? It's like shoulder pads that sort of connect to him. I do this first. Never really drawn Hitmonchan before, so this is new to me. And the shoulder things, I guess, he has. These weird shoulder things. That looks... that doesn't look good. I need a better Hitmonchan reference. Hitmonchan. How do you actually... like, how do your shoulders actually connect? Like, what does your neck look like? Do you even have a neck? Doesn't look like you do. They just... Okay, hang on. The best way to do this is actually give them a bit more of a slant and then do the things that... like the shoulder pads. Bit more like that. Actually, that one would just do that. And he has like clothing that sort of necks it, I guess. I don't really know. It's a little bit confusing. For our fan games, depends on which one it is. I like some of them, I don't like all of them. Most of them are alright. Oh my god, I need to look at his bloody... I need to get a better reference because this is really confusing me. It is really confusing me on how he... I mean, he's like... This is... He's so weird. Oh yeah, that one sucks. That fan game sucks because it, you know... Well, I won't go into it, but it sucks. Let's just do the bit. So obviously he has that, and then what I'll probably do is make it look a bit more like Drift Blim sort of oilness. There we go. Yeah, I still don't really like it though. Remaster or not, I don't really like it. But I need to sort that out. That's not quite. Well, that needs to. God, I'm messing up. What I need to do is make it so that comes in more. Like that. So we've got more of a amount, and then we do that. Kind of looks like he's got a skirt, but that's just kind of what Hitmonchan looks like. Hitmonchan is a weird Pokemon. Very weird Pokemon. And then he's sort of... the chest is really small, that's the thing. So the chest is more like... You can see where the pads sort of do that. It's confusing because it's like, I don't know how, there's no references of Hitmonchan that show really how his arms connect properly. I mean, yeah, you can see there, but not at this angle that I'm doing. He's a weird one. He really is a weird one. And it's hard to do it without making him look female. You know what, whatever. Who cares what he looks like? Just get an arm, sort of. Really, this needs to do that. And then bring the arm out. I got to remember I can fix a lot of this when I'm doing the pixel, to be fair. The pixeling is gonna obviously take away some detail anyway, so... Like, putting this into pixels will take away some details no matter what I do. And that's just how it's gonna be. That's not great, that needs to do more. That really. Oh shit, let me just do that. Edit that a little bit. There we go, more like that. Have the other arm go behind his back. Actually, let's have him holding something else that sort of beats, like, it, something that indicates going to the beach. I mean, he's a salesman, he's selling things, but I still want to show that he's at a beach. Or I just have a hand on his hip. Let's just put the hand on his hip, actually. How am I going to do a Hitmonchan hand according to Drift Blim? Well, let's have them kind of look like the little Drift Blim like the trails Drift Blim has. Because Drift Blim has these little trails, doesn't it? I'm not sure though. Or maybe I do just want to hide it behind his back because that's the easiest way to do it. Maybe let's just put it behind his back. Oh, volleyball with a price tag on it. I could try that actually. Like, just... Wait, what did volleyballs look like? What do volleyballs look like? I mean, I know they're a ball, but like, what's their pattern? Hang on. Volleyball. Okay, the pattern of a volleyball is... interesting. interesting. Practicing a volleyball is interesting. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm not ill. I mean, usually I just sound stuffy anyway. I don't know why. But I'm not ill or anything. Hello, Opta. Yeah, I guess I just sound ill for no reason, but whatever. Okay, volleyball. With a price tag on it. That kind of looks like a bomb. Hang on, let me put the price tag somewhere else. It can go over here. I'm not going to have room to put any details on the price tag, so it's just going to be how it is. Still kind of want to do like the drift blim hand. Okay, legs. He has sort of normal-ish legs. Legs are always like my weakness. What are his legs even like? They're like weird. Or do I just give him like the Nah, that makes it creepy if I just give him the trails of drift blim. Let's just draw some straight. They're not going to be in much detail in pixel, are they? So. Just quick. Legs and feet. So basically, I'm doing a sketch so that it's easy for me to lay this all out in pixels, so that I don't have to try and sort it all out in pixelation when I'm doing the actual spriting. It is just easier to do a sketch first and then sprite over that. Let's make his legs a bit bigger, actually. And now, in general, I need to make sure this is... I need to sort some things out. In general, I need to make sure this is going to be about the same size as a Hitmonchan sprite. It's going to come in tiny, but that's fine. As in... I mean, head maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, when I get to actually spriting, I'm going to have to look how Hitmonchan is on the canvas and go from there, but hopefully it'll be fine. In fact, I might actually have to move where I've got it. Like, have this more in the middle of the canvas. Just going by the rules of how they want the spriting done in Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Yes, I do have more OCs than Willow. Like, I've got a whole dragon thing that I'm working on. I want it to be a novel at the end of the day. Just haven't gotten around to doing much more on it than what I've, you know, just thinking about designs and stuff. But basically, there's going to be different elemental dragons and, well, that sort of thing. I need to think about this hand a second. So that it's holding strings. But yeah, basically I do have more dragons and stuff. They're not, I mean, a few of them are designed, but they're really old designs at this point. It's not great. They're really old designs at this point, and I need to get around to redesigning them. I just haven't done that yet. Probably for another live stream. Otherwise I would never get around to doing it. How do I do someone gripping something that you can't... You're not actually going to be able to see? I mean, he's only got 2 fingers, so... It's going to look like that, really. Shading is probably one of the hardest parts of art, honestly. And if I were to give you any tips, it would be... Let me think. It would be definitely not to edge shade. If you shade only edges, then you're going to have really flat looking art, and it's not going to be anything like what you're going to want it to be. You don't want your shading to be flat, you want it to be 3D. My problem is I'm really bad at explaining things verbally. Like, I know what it should be, but like I'm bad at explaining things verbally. So the plan here is to make some little drift blims that are attached to this. Just like that. So basically actually to lay these all out so I can figure out where they are in Spriting. So I'm not going to worry about giving them all facial details. But it's like damn balls again in the Into the Pit spin trap drawing. Don't know if anyone remembers that. That was a while ago now. That's an OG thing now, is the Into the Pit spin trap drawing. I'm gonna have to get smaller as they go along because obviously they're going into the distance. I would say wherever there's light, put the shade opposite. Yeah, that's like the basic sort of way to shade. But there is more to it than that. What I can tell you is don't take a word of what fucking Tom said in that Simply Draw video. Don't pay attention to that. What he said is all bullshit. You think Willow looks creepy? I mean, fair enough. If you think she's creepy, she's creepy. To be fair, the design I have for her as my talk sprites and stuff isn't actually her updated design anymore. I am going to be redesigning her at some point. And I also want to get like a more realistic style for dragons. I need to practice that again. Another live stream thing I was thinking of doing is practicing just drawing certain things. Oh my god, there's so many blues. It's going to be a pain to sprite. I've just realised how much of a pain for me this is going to be to sprite. What have I done for myself? But hey, it will look decent, I hope. Again, they need to be getting smaller as they go to the distance. But they're not going to be that small yet. They're not that far. No, I will make them that small. You can see when I do art, I'm just going with the flow. I don't really plan too far ahead, so don't like worry about being overly like, oh, I have to know exactly what I'm doing and I have to, you know, be able to do everything perfectly. You don't have to. Art, you just go along with the flow a lot of the time. Because I see a lot of people saying, oh, I need to know exactly what I'm doing and when. It's like, no, I mean, quite a lot of time I go into making an art piece and I have the idea and then it completely changes by the time I finish with it. Member goal for Gartic Phone Stream. Basically, if people become members of the channel and we get 15 of new members for the channel, then I will do another Gartic Phone Stream with the members who joined. Which will also be open to other viewers. It won't just be a members only, but members will have priority. They will be the first ones who can join it. But yeah, it's just basically like a donation goal, basically. Because I'm poor. I am poor and I kind of need money, but you know, whatever. I may or may not have spent all my money on Pokemon cards. That's not true, actually. I bought a few Pokemon cards, but I haven't spent all my money on Pokemon cards. You know what, actually, maybe I need to change this so that they are bigger for a little bit longer. I think they're getting too small too quickly. Oh my god, I'm going all the wrong places. God, Eudora is such a slept-on piece of music, though, in the Ratchet Clank franchise. It's so good. No one really mentions it in, like, their favourite music. Like, when everyone's talking about their favourite music in Ratchet Clank, no one mentions Eudora, and it's actually really good. Oh, Tyrantrum is one of my favourite Pokemon. I like Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum is a cool Pokemon. we could probably start getting smaller now. Not that quickly, just gradually start getting smaller. My absolute favourite Pokemon is Sceptile by far. I've always loved Sceptile. Ampharos is a good choice. I do like Ampharos as well. Crash, I tried as a... I like the PS2 Crash games. I was a PS2 kid, so... I played the PS2 Crash Bandicoot games. I was never really into the platformer ones, though. Like the classic Crash games. They were too hard for me. I was a Ratchet & Clank kid. I still love Ratchet & Clank. That's the thing I played the most as a kid. As you can tell by the Ratchet & Clank music playing right now. Hello, Voltclaw, how are you? Just doing a bunch of circles right now. Until we've filled up this line. And then we can go on to actually sprite it. Getting even smaller as we get further away. Maybe hard to sprite at this point, so the best thing to do when I'm spriting this smaller point might be to just do a few dots per balloon. I'm gonna have to figure it out as I get to the actual spriting. So I say this sketch is literally just for me to map it out so that I know what I'm doing when it comes to placing the pixels. Okay, yeah. What I'll do is I'll just do the line there so I know that it's gonna keep going. I might do other streams where I do requests. Right now I'm working on some contest entries, so they are specific fusions that I'm doing. But if people like the Pokemon Infinite Fusion spriting streams, then I can do streams where you guys suggest suggest sprites for me to do. Right now I am doing specific ones though. Okay, we've got the 96x96 canvas. Save that where it needs to be. Right, first thing says I need to get that in there so I can see the size it needs to be. Then I grab my sketch. Which can now come over here. Move it, there we go. Copy and paste, scale it. Oh god, don't rotate. Scale it down. What's going on? Where? Oh, I'm on totally the wrong layer. That's why I've only copied one layer. No, copy both layers. There we go. That's why it looked weird. Okay. Probably about there. And now we sprite. I don't need that layer. Let's move that one up. I have my spriting brush, and now what I can do is I can go over it and make it pixels. And this just basically gives me a rough idea of how I need to make the pixels. As you can see, basically because I've scaled the sketch down, it's basically placing pixels for me. And I can also reference the original sprites and how they do it. So actually that needs to do a little bit of a wave. That. And I could of course edit it as I go to make it fit a bit better. He's going to be just a little guy with his balloons. Oh, was that? Hey, okay, I can turn that off now. So basically I had alerts going to make, like I had a subscriber alert going to test if it was working. I could turn off the because I only had the subscriber one on, so what tab do I, hang on, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons, I need that tab, there we go. But yeah, I had the subscriber one running just so I could test if it was working. I can go turn that one off now so we don't get spammed by it, but let's just go overlay, edit. We'll turn off the subscriber one, so now it'll only be member and super chat alerts. Don't need subscriber one on, now just to test it. There we go. You guys should totally become a member or give me a super chat, because if you do, this is what we get. Okay, this isn't a real one, I'm just going to emulate it so we can see what we get. That's what you get if someone becomes a member, or if it's a super chat. That's what I say it to, because I love that video. That's what those alerts are, because why not? This is for Pokemon Infinite Fusion, which is a fan game where there's literally Pokemon fusions. Let's edit that bit. Actually, I don't even know if you can actually call me a VTuber, considering it is a flat PNG. Does that make me a PNG tuber? I don't know the terms. I don't. The main reason why I use a talk sprite is because I don't want to show my face because I'm too shy for that. So. Edit this as I go. Let's just get the rough outline in there. Yeah, I could have a VTuber model. I've not got a camera or anything to do any tracking, but yeah, I don't know, maybe I could. It's not really something that's ever crossed my mind much. Okay, I'm gonna edit this one a bit, just to have some black. To show it sort of being a bit more 3D. A bit more 3D space there. Probably won't be one of my best sprites, but you know what? It's just a fun little concept I wanted to do. So let me... its sprite has this more prominent. So it's a bit double outline like that. Anyway, the reason why I hate them outside of the character designs, just how the devs handled it. Just how they handled all the criticism. I didn't like how they acted at all. They acted like whiny children, let's face it. That's how they acted for a while. I mean, I've heard they've gotten better, but I still don't really care. Memberships means channel memberships. So if you press the join button on my channel and basically join as a channel member, then that's what that means. Just sort of fix this as I go. Yeah, no, it's no problem. It's not anything anyone has to do. It's just a little fun little goal I thought to do. The music in the background is from Ratchet and Clank. I believe this is Who the Far Turbines currently. I have a let me link the video for you. I made it myself on one of my channels. I have like 3 channels. And I basically made a compilation of like loads of Ratchet and Clank music, like 12 hours long, for me to use particularly in live streams. I literally made it so I can use it in live streams because Ratchet and Clank music is like copyright free. So that's the video if you want to see all the music that's on it. They'll be playing in the background during the stream. I don't know particularly how to do his legs right now. It's kind of confusing sometimes in Sprite. Sort of look at the actual Sprite and see how they've done it. But yeah, this one is Who the Far Turbines from Ratchet & Clank Quest for Booty. Which is an underrated game. I don't know why people dislike it so much. I know it's short, but it's a fun little game. Think about this a second. Yeah, Quest for Booty gets too much hate. It's a fun little game. I do plan on my gaming channel to play through every single Ratchet & Clank game. Just go through them all for fun on my gaming channel, because why not? Because I really want to share Ratchet & Clank with people. I mean, some people say it's obscure, some people say it's not obscure, but the thing that I find... This is really bad, I'm just going to do the legs again. The thing that I find is that a lot of people that I talk to Ratchet & Clank to say either they don't know of it or they've heard of it but don't know anything about it. And you know, I want to... Ratchet & Clank is really, really underrated. It's a really underrated series, and I think more people need to know about it. So on my gaming channel, I am going to be doing some Ratchet & Clank playthroughs. That's not good either. How am I doing this so wrong? Because the thing is, his shoes are kind of round. Okay, there you go. That's actually... There you go. Please ignore the motorbike going past. Oh, I've done so many sprites now, though, for this game that I'm used to pixel art at this point. I've done... Let me grab my sheet, actually. I've done... Let me have a look real quick. No, 352 sprites. I've made 352 sprites for this so far. Because it's just something that I do when I'm bored. And I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, I can come back and fix that another time. Holding the volleyball. What I use to record my drawing process, OBS. It's a completely free program. And I use it for live streaming as well. I think that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, of course you can make fan art of my character redesigns. You definitely can. As long as I get credit for the design, I'm fine with that. No, it's PC only. I don't know about mobile things. Let's make that bigger, I think. I don't really use mobile. When I record on my iPad, I basically, like I did the Simply Draw video, it was, I've got a thing that I can just hook my iPad up to, and then that links it to my computer, which I can then put it on OBS, and it goes from there. Art program is Paint Tool Sci V2, which is again is a computer exclusive. But on iPad, I will use Procreate. There you go, that's more of a ball shape. And it's a bit bigger. Price tag. I have been wanting to do more like reviews videos, like of more art apps and stuff. So, you know, just let me know what you'd like to see me review. It can be PC or iPad. Can do either. That looks a bit weird. What I'd like to do is set that down. Do that. It's a bit better. Okay. Mark out where the X mouth goes. And then let's do all the balloons. The goddamn balloons. Okay. Would you guys like me to put like a little fin in the corner or something that shows what music is currently playing? Would that be helpful for those who want to know what the music is? Because I can set it up so that it shows the browser source and therefore you see what the music is. We need to sort of change the hand angle, I think. Also, I think it's way too big. That was my leg on the chair, by the way. I've got a leather chair. Hands are hard, even when it's a weird cartoony hand. For pixel art, it's still hard. What is going on? There we go. I'm not a fan of the EXE things. They just don't interest me. Can't have it cutting off there like that. If someone commissioned me to do it, yeah, I'm not like... I don't dislike them because of anything bad, they just don't interest me, so I don't personally follow them. Is all. This one a little bit bigger, I think, actually. Drifting's eyes are actually like that with a bit of shading, so I'll bear that in mind. Of course, this is all going to be coloured. The lines aren't going to stay red, so don't worry about that. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's make a bigger one here. That's not right. Right with that. Yeah, I'm not following the sketch completely now. I'm winning it a bit more now. That's fine. Rivalry between Sonic and Mario, I mean, I don't really care. I don't, like, whatever, I guess. I mean, I've always preferred Mario. I was a Mario kid, so... Okay. Honestly, everyone sleeps on the music of the modern Ratchet & Clank games. Everyone's always like, oh, but the older games are better music. Yeah, they do have better music, but at the same time, the modern games have good music as well. Like, don't bash on the modern game just because the music is slightly, it's like a different composer. They still have good music. If I found that to simply draw a better, I don't know, I guess I wouldn't use it because I don't need it. Like, I don't really care. That's the wrong thing to say. I do care about apps that teach you how to draw if they're good, because it's always good to teach people, but at the same time it's like, I probably personally won't use it myself. There's so many balloons. So many drift blims. Drift blims everywhere. Just do one eye on you. Or none. Or none will do. I mean, as long as they're appropriate, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I decided to stream today. I'm obviously blanking on like everything. My brain is just not working today. I mean, I've got Discord servers out, if that's what you mean. I don't know. Am I at a point where you can say I've got a community? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If you guys think I'm at a point where I can call everyone a community, then go for it. Isn't SMG4 that guy that makes the really weird Mario animations? Or am I misremembering? I don't know. We're getting to a point now where we're going to be losing the detail of the eyes in order to be able to fit any of these in. Do that. There we go. That's interesting. I've still never watched Digital Circus. I probably should. I've just never got around to watching it. We start getting really small now as we go into the distance. Really little balloons. Honestly, my answer to most of these questions, Dynaman, is I don't know. I don't know what I do, honestly. We're getting small now. Okay. It's going to get to a point where there's going to be a few pixels each. And then it's going to be all in the shading to distinguish them from each other. So you can see they sort of are becoming just a few pixels each now. And then I think at that point it's going to become just having to do it all via shading. And you'll see in a minute how I do that, hopefully. I'm just going to do this for now. Hopefully I can then sort of edit that into some sort of shading and colouring to look like clumps of balloons. But it's getting to a point now where it's going to be too small for me to actually make them like little balloons, you know. Yeah, see, it's getting too small now. Okay. And now what we do is we take the colours from the original and we start the colouring. Because it's drift bloom head, so it needs to be drift bloom colours. She's probably going to have to fill that in up top. So there can't be bits that aren't filled in. There can't be broken bits that don't have outline. Oh my god, I'm all wrong. There you go, pixel. That's what I'm after. From my car at night after a beer, hey. Can't be shaped like a deer. Oh, I'm doing that meme, hey. Okay, now, obviously we also need to save on colours, so the volleyball can be the same colour as the top bit on the head, which is just white. And volleyball, same colour, as can be the tag. Or maybe I'll make the tag yellow to make it stand out. And on each drift blim, if I can just like make a little yellow bit. On each one to represent their weird mouth that they've got. That just looks like it's smiling, hang on. It'll be hard to do this on all of them. A lot of them are probably just going to look like they're smiling, let's face it. You know what? Fair enough. They can look like they're smiling. Why not? It's a bunch of tiny drift blims. That. Just very roughly put in all the colour. I have no idea, honestly. They're all pretty damn bad. They're all as bad as one another, if you ask me. The little drift blims doing their thing. I wouldn't do anything. I'd be happy that it was banned. In fact, they are cracking down on AI content now, so that's nice. Okay. What else can be yellow? The hands are going to be yellow. Shoes can be yellow. And the rest is probably going to be in shading. Let's do dark for the sunglasses. Okay, yeah, and the rest will have to be in shading. Yeah, no, even if someone commissioned me to do it, I wouldn't do it. Not drawing that shit. Not happening. Right. Now let's start adding in some shading. Start off by making sunglasses and... Oh, limiting not my microphone, sorry about that. Okay. Add a lighter shade. Just to saturate the fact that they're sunglasses. And this is where we start to make everything matching colour now. We need the coloured outlines of the things that are that colour. Oh, I've got an itchy leg, hang on. There we go. God, I'm tired. I was planning to do loads today, but I probably won't end up doing loads because I'm a little bit tired. So what I'm going to do for this will be the grey for this. In fact, I'm probably going to change that here in order to save on colour count because there is a colour limit. Do I have any AUs? Technically yes, but it's just a fun one me and my friend do. It's not anything I would ever make public because it's just a fun little mess around thing that I do with a friend that's like almost like a multiverse thing that we just see how fun it would be to put different media together and see what happens. But I don't have any public ones, I guess. I'd like to do the videos I did on like the Zeta virus, the zombie infection thing with Ratchet and Clank. I would love to make that into a proper AU. Whether I ever find the time to, I don't know, but that might be fun. No, it does it like that, but honestly I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to make my own colour for doing that. Okay. Oh god, stretch. Oh god, I accidentally minimised paint or so. Hang on. There we go. Stretch. Oh, okay. And have a quick drink. Now, the thing about this video of all the Ratchet Clank music is I forget which order I put the music in anyway, so all of it is a surprise to me as well. I don't know what's coming up next. I don't remember what order I put it in. Which is quite nice, so that it's a surprise for me as well. Let's use that for the string. In fact, we can use both colours for the string. There are a lot of character TV heads nowadays. Personally, a design choke that I would ever use. Unless I could really think of something good for it, but I never had a really good idea for it, so... So usually when I've got a Pokemon with a smaller colour palette and a Pokemon that has differentiating things, what I'll do is use the darker shade as the base colour and then match it from there. So his clothes are just a darker purple basically. And then from there the shadows will be one darker. So it'll be that colour. So any shadows will be the next darker tone. Just like that. That needs a little bit lighter in areas, a bit too much. And then let's get some black shading in there because you have to use black outlines in areas. This is all black, that's all black. And what else? Black here. Maybe black there. Just the white part has some black, yes it does, so we'll do that on the underneath part. The head needs a bit of shading. Give it a highlight, that's a bit light, give it a highlight, colour. Quite right, let's do the highlight roughly, just follow the shape. So his head is highlighted. That's a little bit pillow shady, they will put me up on that, so let's just do it like that. Okay, and then other parsley shading. Oh, Novalis, a classic. Novalis is an absolute classic. Hot take that only the Ratchet Clank people will oh god, I just choked. Hot take that only the Ratchet Clank people understand. I prefer Novalis over Metropolis, music-wise. I think Novalis sounds better. No, I understand Metropolis is like the most iconic one. Such a good little bit of music. Oh, did a little bit over on the yellow there. Let's swap that out. There we go. Okay, I think the dark tone maybe doesn't work very well here. I think maybe I should just make it normal. It's just blended in a bit too much. So we'll just treat it normally. Yeah, Ibis Paint is on my list of ones to do. In fact, I might once again change my plan for next week's video because the thing that I am doing might not be ready in time, so I might have to quickly do something else. I was thinking of redesigning the new Victory Bell Mega Revolution that just got shown, which looks absolutely awful. So I kind of want to redesign it. I don't know when that'll come out. Whenever I end up doing it, I need to find the motivation to do it. Because I really don't have the motivation to do it. I just hate doing the band stuff. Now let's shade all these godforsaken drift limbs. Okay. Start off with just a very quick shadow on all of them. Probably one completely in shadow. One completely in shadow. Mostly in shadow. Somewhat in shadow. Mostly in shadow. Just winning this as I go. I mean, it's already getting them some more dimension. I will add highlights to them as well. Make them shiny like balloons. This is probably entirely in shadow. And then we'll do the outline shading as well. Help distinguish them even more. Shadows, 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 shadows everywhere. I'm absolutely winning it right now. For everything makes sense. You know what? I'm not quite liking the tag on this, so I'm going to take the tag off. Get rid of that. There we go. Just have the volleyball. Okay, that's where it's getting complicated from then on. So let's start adding the highlights and the ones that are more visible. So they shine like a balloon. White on some of them, just on a few of them, not too many of them that have a more prominent highlight. Okay, and then what I will do is start adding some black outline to differentiate them all. Basically, the black outline is to add a little bit extra depth and shading. It's part of the style they want you to use when you're doing the spriting. Just helps areas stand out a bit more from each other. I mean, I understand why they banned it, because spiders in Australia can indeed hurt you. Like, it was kind of teaching Australian kids the wrong idea about spiders in that case, because spiders in Australia are dangerous. They will go for you. They will indeed hurt you if given the chance. Can't say I've heard that being referred to as a controversy though, it's just kind of a thing that happened from what I've heard. This is getting complicated, but I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there with it. Do a little bit more shading in areas, just to differentiate a little bit more. Right, so here's where I need to start using the outline in order to make this, because I'm lacking on pixels now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the dark tone, just sort of dither it a bit to get the idea of balloons in there. I think dithering will show the idea that there are balloons here that are just so small that this is what you can see of them now. Balloons off in the distance. Then we'll grab that colour, add some more to it. With the idea of there being balloons. Out in the distance. And of course we still need to add some black. That's just how it is. A bit more black here, I think. I need to edit this little area just to make that a bit more round. And then the next thing to do is probably get the next shade. Just add a little bit more shading in places. Especially on these ones that are all currently one tone. Just make sure they're nice and exaggerated. so that you know they're at the back. I'll fix this area up a little bit. So we need to shade the yellow where it's darker. Come on, give me the yellow shade, thank you. Yeah, see, this is Metropolis. I think Novalis is better than Metropolis, personally. But this one is seen as like an absolute classic in the community, so people like it. I think there's better ones. I mean, as long as they're not a pain, they're fine. But a lot of the time they're a pain in the arse. I think that might be as good as I'm going to get it. That looks decent. It's just really hard to get the idea of the balloons without it looking too messy. So I can only do general cleanup where I see that it's needed. That will have to be an edge, actually. It has to be an edge because of the rules. So that can't be oh, how do I explain it? It can't be open. It has to be a closed edge at the top. You know what I'll do? I'm going to leave it there for now. Let's leave it there. Okay, oh god, there are other events that got started, and I don't know if I've got the energy to do them right now. It's like, I was gonna sit here and do loads of things, but I had coffee and I still feel like I'm really tired. I don't know what's up with me. So I know we only did one thing, but I might actually end it there. No, it's only been like an hour and a half, but I'm actually really tired. I thought I was fine to do a live stream, but I'm actually really, really tired and lacking energy. So, I have a YouTube post up, which is a poll at the moment about weekly live streams. We can either do weekly ones, or what I was thinking that, because my upload schedule is like once every 2 weeks, and maybe on the week I don't upload, I can live stream instead or something. I don't know, but there's a poll up, a YouTube post up that you can go vote on. But yeah, that'll be that for today. I know we only did one thing, but I'm too tired. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, which will be coming next week on Friday. So yeah, goodbye everyone, goodbye.